I don't know what that is. Get that out of the way.
Somebody give me kudos on my run.
Yeah, someone give me kudos.
Hello, good evening. I got rosy cheeks. I've been out in the sun. Welcome to our 6 o'clock snuggle. Have you had a lovely day?
Oh, there you go, look.
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
want
we're
to watch
watching
that
it
now,
backwards
do we?
time. There we go. No, I just wanted to make sure it was all the right way up, that's all. Hello. Good evening. Evening.
I am proper
Evening.
red. I have. I've been out for a run and I've had a bath. And I'm properly ready for bed now.
Yeah. Me
Hello.
too.
Now, is that our Luke there? Luke, is that you, my love? Luke is our saviour, because I don't know if you've noticed anything different. Please tell me we've done it right.
Go on, you better show him a book, it might not
Can
be
you
right.
see the book?
Is that the right way round, Luke?
I think it's the right way round.
Can you read the words? Excuse me. That's down to Luke showing us how to turn it round.
We had no idea how to do it before.
You are upside down.
Are we upside down?
You are kidding me. We're upside down. You're having a laugh.
I think you're teasing.
Yeah, I think you're teasing. Look.
Please don't.
We're using a different phone, so I am now going to look at my phone and see if you're teasing with us, Luke.
I can't really see much. Can you?
Well, I can't.
Somebody's tapping away there, and I can't see.
Hold on.
This was supposed to be such a lovely,
Yeah.
calm
This is
and
Sam's
peaceful
nice
evening,
and calm
and now I have
peaceful.
no idea what anybody's writing on the screen because I can't read it.
Only joking. Yes, we knew
I've
you.
got even redder
We knew
now.
you was only joking. So I'll turn my phone off now. Only
Okay,
joking.
folks. Seriously, my
What is he
heart's going
like?
like that now, thinking that we're.
Mine isn't. I thought it'd be quite funny. The kids would like that. They like to do that thing where you like to do this, don't you? And look between your legs. And if we were upside down, that's how we'd have to do it. You'd like that. Anyway, calm down, Eric. This is going to be a calm story because Sam's reading this story tonight, not me. I'm not reading about elephants having a poo or nothing like that.
What he means is I'm boring.
No, you're nice and quiet.
You said you send them off to sleep.
Whenever
Sam,
you
what that
speak,
means.
you make me want to go to sleep. That's what we're supposed to be doing with the 6 o'clock snuggle.
Yeah, that's the whole point of doing it. So, are you nice and comfy? Have you PJ'd? You got your PJs on? I got my Have you PJ'd?
Yes.
Have you PJ'd? I can tell.
It only takes 10 minutes. I'll have plenty of time afterwards. Anyway, come on. It's supposed to be snuggle time for the kids.
This is for everybody, but it's especially for Amelie because we know it's her favourite.
Zachary and George as well, look.
Oh,
hello, Zachary. Hello,
lovelies.
George.
So I really like this story.
Evening.
This is a new one to me, but it reminds me of 2 of my favourite Oscar Wilde stories, all muddled into one. And it's about kindness, really. And it doesn't matter what you look like, you can be really kind. When you're ready, Mr. Match.
Yeah, go on.
It's called The Smartest Giant in Town.
That's Luke. He is quite tall, isn't he?
George was a giant, the scruffiest giant in town. He always wore the same pair of old brown sandals and the same old patched up gown. I wish I wasn't the scruffiest giant in town, he said sadly. But one day, George noticed a new shop. It was full of smart clothes, so he bought a smart shirt, a smart pair of trousers, a smart belt, a smart stripy tie, some smart socks with diamonds up the sides, and a pair of smart shiny shoes. Now I'm the smartest giant in town, he said proudly. George left his old clothes behind in the shop. He was about to go home when he heard a sound. On the pavement stood a giraffe who was sniffing sadly. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's my neck," said the giraffe. "It's so very long and so very cold. I wish I had a long, warm scarf."
Jacob and Olivia are watching that. They popped by our house earlier today. And Lily and Oscar. Hello, Lily. Hello, Oscar.
"Cheer up," said George, and he took off his stripy tie. "It didn't match my socks anyway," he said, as he wound it round and round the giraffe's neck. "It made a wonderful scarf." "Thank you," said the giraffe. As George strode towards home, he sang to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, but look me up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town." George came to a river. On a boat stood a goat who was bleating loudly. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's my sail," said the goat. "It blew away in a storm. I wish I had a strong new sail for my boat."
Hey, there's Phoebe. Hello, Phoebe. Hello, Ivy. Can see you too. And Harry and Jack. Evening.
"Cheer up," said George, and he took off his white new shirt. "It kept coming untucked anyway," he said, as he tied it to the mast of the goat's boat. "It made a magnificent sail." "Thank you," said the goat. George strode on, singing to himself, "My tie's a scarf for a cold giraffe, my shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat, but look me up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town."
Miss Underwood's there as well. With her little girl, I can see them.
Hello,
Hello, and there's Ezra. Hello, Ezra.
George came to a tiny ruined house. Beside the house stood a white mouse with lots of baby mice. They were all squeaking. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's our house," squeaked the mother mouse. "It burnt down and now we've got nowhere to live. I wish we had a nice new house." "Cheer up," said George, and he took off one of his shoes. "It was giving me blisters anyway," he said. As the mouse and her baby scrambled inside, the shoe made a perfect home for them. "Thank you," they squeaked.
Thank you.
George had to hop along the road now, but he didn't mind. As he hopped, he sang to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, my shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat, my shoe is a house for a little white mouse, but look me up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town."
Oh, there's Hugo as well, look, I can see. And Thomas. Evening, Hugo. Evening, Thomas.
George came to a campsite. Beside a tent stood a fox who was crying. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's my sleeping bag," said the fox. "I dropped it in a puddle. I wish I had a warm, dry sleeping bag." "Cheer up," said George.
I was just going to say.
"I know, cheer up," said George, and he took off one of his socks with diamonds up the sides. "It was tickling my toes anyway," he said, as the fox snuggled into it. "It made a very fine sleeping bag." "Thank you," said the fox.
Thank you, Fox. Evening, Willow. Evening, Fern.
George hopped on, singing to himself, "My tie's a scarf for a cold giraffe, my shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat, my shoe is a house for a little white mouse, one of my socks is a bed for a fox, but look me up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town." George came to a big squelchy bog. Beside the bog stood a dog who was howling. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's this bog," said the dog. "I need to get across, but I keep getting stuck in the mud. I wish there was a safe, dry path."
Good evening, Angel.
"Cheer up," said George, and he took off his smart new belt. "It was squashing my tummy anyway," he said, and he laid it down on the bog. "It made an excellent path." "Thank you," said the dog. The wind started to blow, but George didn't mind. He hopped on, singing to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, my shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat, my shoe is a house for a little white mouse, one of my socks is a bed for a fox, my belt helped a dog who was crossing a bog, but my trousers are falling down and I'm the coldest giant in town." Suddenly George felt sad and shivery and not at all smart. He stood on one foot and thought, "I'll have to go back to the shop and buy some more clothes." He turned round and hopped all the way back to the shop. But when he got there, it was closed. "Oh no," cried George. He sank down onto the doorstep and a tear ran down his nose. He felt as sad as all the animals he had met on his way home. Then, out the corner of his eye, he saw a bag with something familiar poking out the top. George took a closer look. "My gown," he yelled, "my dear old gown and sandals." George put them on and they felt wonderfully comfortable. "I'm the cosiest giant in town," he cried, and he danced back home along the road. Outside his front door stood all the animals he had helped. They were carrying an enormous present. "Come on, George," they said. "Open it." George untied the ribbon. Inside was a beautiful gold paper crown and a card. "Look inside the card, George," said the animals. George put the crown on his head and he opened the card. Inside it said, "Your tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. Your shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. Your shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of your socks is a bed for a fox. Your belt helped a dog who was crossing a bog. So here is a very fine crown to go with the sandals and gown of the kindest giant in town."
Oh.
See what a little bit of kindness does for you.
Goes a long way.
And you don't have to be the smartest either. Doesn't matter what you look like, a little bit of kindness comes back.
So who likes that more then, Mummy or Finley? Mummy or Finley like that more?
How was that, Emily? Was that a good one?
Yeah, your favourite, wasn't it, Emily? Your favourite story.
So now what we have to do is find something very funny, maybe a little bit cheeky and giggly for you to read next time.
I can read stuff like that.
Yeah, but you like to read something a bit silly.
I like to read things like Elephant on the Toilet. Yeah.
Who's in the loo?
There's another one.
It's the favourite.
Yeah.
I think you want...
Has anyone got a copy of I Want a New Bum?
That's
Yeah.
the one you want.
That's the one. Someone asked for that the other day. No, they said they got it, but we ain't got the book. We need the book
But if we
from
can
you.
borrow it, Eric will happily
Yeah.
read it for you.
Have you got a favourite, Lucas? Have you got a favourite, Jamie? Yeah?
Tell us what it is.
You
and we'll
tell
do
us
it
what
for
it
you.
is and we'll have a look for it. And Jack and Leo, what's your favourite story then? Have a think, and then maybe if we can get hold of the book, we can read it.
One that makes you happy or one that makes you giggle,
Yeah,
we would love.
yeah. Not too lively though, because it's supposed to be 6 o'clock snuggle, and we're all supposed to go to bed now, aren't we? We're not supposed to.
Well,
be
at least calm down for a little bit.
Yeah, that was a bit calmer than yesterday's, wasn't it, or the day before, or whatever.
Yeah.
What's this? Winnie the Witch. Winnie the Witch. That'd be a good story. I don't know if we've got a copy of that, but if you're in Bristol, you can drop it on our doorstep. We can read that
And
one as well.
most of you know where we live, but if you don't, you can always message us and we'll find a way of getting the book. And
The
we'll read it to you.
Gigantosaurus. That sounds like a good book. Oh yes.
Oh, they're all coming in now.
Who's in the loo? If
Yeah,
it's
we
in
did
the-
that
Oh,
one.
hold on. I missed that, Luke. What did you say? Something about a wonky donkey.
Oh yes, we've got to have that
Have
one.
we got that one?
We haven't got it, but if you've got it, send it to us. We'll read it.
We need a wonky donkey. We need a wonky donkey.
Are you winding them up
a
again?
donkey donkey. Yes, I am. Yeah. Okay, then back to sleep. Isn't that right, Jacob and Olivia? We got to go sleep now, haven't
Well,
we?
you might not have to go to sleep yet, but I think it'd be nice for the grown-ups if everybody was just to have a nice bit of quiet for a minute.
Yeah.
Even the grown-ups to have a bit of
What?
quiet for a minute.
Yeah. They won't go to bed. Just say, "Sleeping scarecrows." You watch. They go down. They do. They do at Dancing Tots anyway, but they always get back up. We will rock you. Oh, still wonky donkey. Okay then, right. I think it's time to say goodnight.
I think it's time to say
Is it
goodnight.
time to
We
say
shall
goodnight?
see you,
We shall see you 10:30 tomorrow morning if you want to come along.
and
We'll do
hopefully we'll have our writing round the right way, thanks to Luke.
Thanks to Luke, yeah, you'll be able to see my name is actually Eric and this is actually Sam, not Maz.
Yeah.
Like some people seem to think. It's true. That's what they do.
And hopefully we'll be the right way up as well.
Yeah,
so,
right way up. Yes, the right way up. Luke, you naughty, naughty boy.
Very naughty.
You naughty, naughty Luke. Naughty Luke. He has to go bed
Right,
early
straight off to
tonight,
bed,
doesn't he?
yeah.
Yeah, straight to bed. Right, okay then, yeah. So
Nighty night, folks.
if you're around tomorrow morning, 10:30, we'll do the whole 1 hour Facebook Live and parachute and ball and all that sort of stuff. So you're going to need a good sleep to have lots of energy to do that in the morning. Right, okay then. So,
Right then. No night from Sweet.
no night from Sweet.
And no night from Red Ted.
No night from Red
No
Ted.
night, folks.
And now here comes the great big Red Ted hand to turn it off. Don't have nightmares. Oh, I missed it. Oh, missed it again.
Oh dear.
I am about to turn it off. Bye bye. See you later.